Hello, my name is Larisa Rubijevsky. I'm with Remax Palace Verdes.
Hi, and I'm Mike Bjork, and I'm with First Cal Mortgage.
We'd like to invite you today for our little conversation to oversee what's going on in the market in South Bay of Los Angeles, Palos Verdes, El Segundo, Beach Cities, Torrance, La Mira, everything that goes south of LAX up to the very south of part of Palos Verdes. We see quite an interesting thing, and most likely it is a controversial thing. Mike, do you want to talk a little bit more about the rates and what you see media versus real life?
Yeah, I mean, we were hearing the rates were coming down, which we did. We did saw some rates coming down, but this past week it's been insane because what was going on was we kept seeing on the headline news the Greece, the whole problem with maybe another bailout situation, and now it looks like that was kind of progressing. And as that was progressing, the stock market was like in the news, as we saw over 100, the Dow was closing up over 100 every single day. And as a result, what happens is money's being taken from the bond market into the equity market, and what that results is when the bond market goes down, the interest rates go up, and that they have that direct correlation. And as a result, this week we saw a rise in the interest rates. Of course, that affects our affordability.
Absolutely. But you know what interesting is that we are specializing in South Bay. I have no idea what's going on in Orange County or Riverside or San Bernardino. I know my area. And what I see right now, actively listed properties, we have about 918 currently listed single-family residences for sale. We have 470 in escrow. And since May of this year, up to date, we sold 478. If you combine in escrow and sold properties, you have equilibrium right there in comparisons to active listings versus everything that was gone. I really don't see that much distress and all this drama that we are listening from the media sources, and that's not very good, I guess. So please make sure that you differentiate between markets and know your area, know your neighborhoods, and know how much our properties are selling for here. Now, today we would like to talk a little bit more about appraisals, which is a nightmare for Mike and myself and for anybody who's practicing real estate full-time. Well, do you want to start? Tell them what you've seen.
We had that one situation where a client they've been shopping around with you for quite a while, they've seen the values of these properties, and they found one that they had absolutely adored. And originally they were starting with another lender, but unfortunately for them and that lender, they have an agreement with what they call appraisal management company, AMC, and they would send somebody out from San Fernando Valley over to the South Bay, Palos Verdes in this situation, over 40 miles. They don't know the market, so how do you expect them to give a really accurate appraisal? So I think it came in under $150,000 less than.
My clients were shocked.
Yeah.
They loved the property. They knew that this value really should be supported. Unfortunately, the appraiser, who had no idea about the area or real life over here, came out low, and we were stuck.
Yeah, I mean, I took over the file, and because fortunately for me, I work with a direct lender, and we have an agreement with our AMC, or appraisal management company, and we use local appraisers. So because we have local appraisers, we don't have these issues where somebody comes in that doesn't know the area. They know the area, and they're able to bring in the value, assuming that the realtor did their work. And I'm fortunate to work with somebody who's great here that knows the market very well, so we don't run into these issues. So,
well, I think if you are buying, if you are in the market and you found something that you really like and then come across this issue, there are a couple of rules. Rule number one, don't panic. Things can be definitely worked out, and again, there are tons of creative ways to overcome this issue. Number two, make sure that you and your realtor do a very specific market research. CMA, complete market analysis for the specific house, so if something comes into life that you have to deal with later on, at least you are prepared and you're not distracted, discouraged, or frustrated. And number three, of course, call somebody like Mike with a very exclusive right to send their own appraisal out, who's a local guy who knows the area and who would be qualified to make that decision for you.
Save you a lot of headaches and a lot of anxiety, because otherwise they're just going to tell you either come up with the money, the difference of the money, or basically talk to the seller and lower the price. And this market, as you can see, we're pretty well balanced. Sellers aren't going to drop that much. In this case, $150,000. They weren't going to drop $150,000 just to satisfy your appraisal. They'll find somebody else to buy their property.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of the hundreds and hundreds problems that you can run across during the escrow period. Our job here is just to educate you, just to make sure that you're aware of little stones out there that hidden underwater, but you are so welcome to overcome them, and very easily, as a matter of fact. Well, for any of your real estate needs, please do call at any time. Our consultation doesn't cost anything, and it's not obligatory. My number is 310-387-1414.
And I'm 310-694-3544.
Thank you very much for joining us today.